Good morning, friends. Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. Today we're going to be reading Sheila Rae the Brave. And this story is all about Sheila Rae. She was very, very brave. But you know what? Sometimes she said some really mean things and she did some things that was very unfriendly. So we are talking about how the things that we say and the things that we do and how it affects others. Because, friends, you know when you say something that's not nice, that's unfriendly, it really affects someone, okay? So let's read about Sheila Rae. Sheila Rae wasn't afraid of anything. Look at her. She's standing on the chair. She's doing all kinds of tricks. And look, the spider is coming down and she is just sitting there in front of the spider. Oh my goodness, I couldn't do that. Could you guys? No, she wasn't afraid of the dark. She wasn't afraid of thunder and lightning. Oh my goodness. Sheila Rae was so brave. And she wasn't afraid of the big back black dog at the end of the block. Look, she's getting the bear out of the dog's mouth. Oh, I wouldn't be doing that with you guys, but Sheila Rae is pretty brave. At dinner, Sheila Rae made believe that the cherries in her fruit cocktail were the eyes of bears, and she ate five of them. One, two, three, four, five. That's right. At school, Sheila Rae giggled when the principal walked by. And when her classmate Wendell took her jump rope during recess, Sheila Rae tied him up until the bell rang. I am very brave. But look, is that friendly, guys? No, that's not friendly of Sheila Rae. I am very brave, Sheila Rae said, patting herself on the back. But how do you think this friend feels? Yeah, I think he feels kind of sad, right, guys? Sheila Rae stepped on every crack in the sidewalk without fear. When her sister Louise said there was a monster in the closet, Sheila Rae took the bat and tried to attack it. But are monsters real, friends? No, monsters aren't real. And she rode her bicycle, guess what, guys? With no hands. Oh my goodness. And her friends said, yay, yay, Sheila Rae. And they clapped their hands. They were so happy for Sheila Rae. She did all kinds of brave things, right, friends? One day, Sheila Rae decided to walk home from school a new way. Louise was afraid to. You're too brave for me, Louise said. She said, nope, you too brave for me, Sheila Rae. You're always such a scaredy cat, Sheila Rae called. Am not, whispered Louise. Look, guys, is that nice to call somebody a scaredy cat? How do you think her sister was feeling when she said that? I think that hurt her feelings, right? That might have made her mad or sad or frustrated with her sister. Sheila Rae started off skipping. I am brave, she's saying. I am fearless. Look at her sister. She's hiding behind the tree. Do you think she's following her? Yes, she is, guys. She stepped on every crack. And look at her sister now. She's hiding behind the fence. She walked backwards with her eyes closed. Look at her sister now. She's on top of the fence looking at Sheila Rae. She growled at the stray dogs. And look at her sister now. Where is she? She's in the bushes. And bare her teeth at stray cat. Look at her sister now. She's still behind the bushes. You see her little ponytail. And she pretended that the trees were creatures. She climbed up them and broke their fingers off. Oh no, snap, snap, snap. She's breaking the trees. We need the trees for clean air to breathe. Oh my goodness, Sheila Rae, don't do that. Look at her sister now. She's still hiding behind another tree now. Sheila Rae walked and walked, and look at her sister now. She's behind the car. Her sister now, she's behind the building. She turned corners. She crossed streets. Oh my goodness. Her sister is following her, and she don't even see her friends. It suddenly occurred to Sheila Rae that nothing looked familiar. And look at her sister behind the rock. Does she look brave now? Friends, I think she's a little scared. What do you think happened? I think she got lost, guys. Sheila Rae heard frightening noises. They sounded worse than thunder because she was in the woods and she thought she was all by herself. So when you're in the woods and it's quiet and there's all kinds of sounds around, she felt kind of scared. She thought horrible thoughts. They were worse than anything that she'd ever imagined. I am brave, Sheila Rae tried to convince herself. I am fearless. But look, her sister is behind the bush. Do you think her sister's gonna come out and help her out? Let's see. The sounds became more frightening. The thoughts became more horrible. Sheila Rae sat down on a rock, and guess what, guys? She cried, "Help!" Sheila Rae said, "Look at the tears going down her eyes." She thought of her mother and her father and her sister. Mother, father, sister, Louise, she cried. Oh my goodness, she's yelling out. Look at her sisters on top of the tree. Oh my, you think she's gonna help her? I think so. Here I am, a voice said. Oh my goodness, she came out of the tree and look at her face. Both of them are so happy now. Louise, Sheila Rae hugged her sister. We're lost, Sheila Rae said. No, we're not, said Louise. I know the way home. Follow me. Now who's brave? Her sister is brave, right? So you got to think about how you treat other people. Louise stepped on every crack. She walked backwards with her eyes closed, so she's doing what her sister was doing. She growled at stray dogs and bared her teeth at stray cats. So she's copycatting, right? And she pretended that the trees were creatures and she jumped and broke their fingers off. Snap, snap, snap. Oh no, she's being unfriendly too. Sheila Rae walked quietly behind her sister. They walked and they crossed the streets and they turned the corners. And guess what? Soon their house could be seen between the trees. Sheila Rae grabbed Louisa and dashed up the street. Now she took the lead. She took her sister and she was like, oh no, we're home now. Yay! When they reached their own yard and the gate was closed behind them, Sheila Rae said, Louise, you are brave. You are fearless. So then now she's encouraging her sister, right? She's being very nice. We both are, said Louise, and they walked backwards into the house with their eyes closed. The end. So, guys, this reminds us of what we say and what we do. It does affect others. And you know what? Sometimes we might even need their help. So, it's very important to be friendly and it's very important to be kind and use your nice words. All right. I love you. Bye bye, friends.